few weeks ago, I had a brief encounter with the XREAL Beam, clocking in about 30 minutes of experience. Now, I've had a chance to play with it for a few weeks and I have some thoughts to share today. This is the XREAL Beam, a new accessory for the XREAL AR glasses that enables you to link the glasses with nearly any device and allows you to tap into previously inaccessible features. For a comprehensive introduction of the AR glasses and Beam, check out this video right here first, because in this one, we'll primarily dive into my personal experiences with the Beam. Big thanks to XREAL for sponsoring today's video and supporting the channel. Just to be clear, while this video is sponsored, my reviews are not influenced by any sponsor. What you hear today are purely my own honest opinions, so buckle up and join me beyond reality. The Beam arrives in a compact box, inside which you'll find a straightforward user guide. As a bonus during the pre-order phase, they've included a complimentary USB-C to USB-C cable. The package does not include the XREAL AR glasses, which are necessary for the full experience. So if you don't have one yet, you will need to purchase it separately. These glasses project a virtual screen right before your eyes. I found myself primarily using them to enjoy manga mirrored from my iPad and to play games on my Switch. But the best part? I can do this anywhere I fancy. You may be wondering, why do you need an accessory like the Beam? The answer lies in the limitations of the XREAL AR glasses, which only works with certain devices. So the Beam solves compatibility issues and unlocks previously inaccessible features on a wide array of devices. So let's talk about these features. At first glance, the Beam could be mistaken for a power bank. It has a bit of weight at 153 grams. Equipped with 4 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of storage, the Beam can operate independently. Connectivity isn't an issue with Bluetooth 5.0 and Wi-Fi on board. You'll find 2 USB-C ports at the bottom. The USB-C out port connects to the glasses, while the USB-C in port is used for linking an external device. Situated on the right side of this silver stripe is the power button. Press it and a LED strip illuminates, serving as a battery life indicator. For volume control, buttons are conveniently located on the right side. Positioned on the left side, you'll find the mode switch, which lets you switch between 3 different modes for your virtual screen. The first is the smooth follow mode, where the screen follows your gaze continuously. This is the default mode, also accessible when using the XREAL AR glasses without the Beam. Secondly, we have the side view mode. Here, the screen is minimized and can be positioned in any of the 4 corners, ensuring your front view isn't impeded. This is perfect for multitasking, allowing you to watch a video while doing other activities. The last and my personal favorite is the body anchor mode. This option allows you to anchor your virtual screen anywhere in your environment. With the middle buttons, you can adjust the screen size and distance, creating the so-called XREAL spatial experience. You can vary the screen size from tiny 28-inch to up to a massive 385-inch screen. The distance at which you can place the screen in meters depends on your chosen screen size. I personally prefer placing my screen around 120-inch and at a 4-meter distance. This feature does have its pros and cons, which we'll talk about in a bit. Previously, the side view and body anchor modes were unavailable to many devices, like gaming consoles, but now it's possible. Initially, I assumed that Beam would use XREAL's platform called Nebula, but that's not entirely accurate. The Beam extends the before-mentioned features to devices that can't normally run Nebula or can't seamlessly connect to the AR glasses, but doesn't use Nebula itself. However, future firmware updates will bring additional features, such as installing your own apps on the Beam. To stay in the loop, I'd advise following the XREAL subreddit. Currently, if you start up the Beam only with the glasses and no other devices, you have access to a small menu including tutorials along with some settings. At first, the Beam's ability to fix the screen in place might not seem like a big deal, but it can be super useful in many scenarios. Here's an example. You can turn your virtual screen into a second monitor for your laptop, and you can place it anywhere, like right above your actual laptop screen. Set it as an extended screen, and now you've got a double monitor setup that you can take anywhere. But the Beam won't offer multiple virtual screens, at least right from the start, so you only get one virtual screen. They might add this feature in a future update, but that's not confirmed yet. For Windows and Mac, they are currently working on a different solution for multiple screens, but without the need of the Beam. It's not as flexible as with the Beam, but I'd recommend giving it a try if you're interested in this feature. I'll add links for this below. One cool thing about the Beam is that it of course lets you pin your screen not just on laptops but also on other devices. So if you have phones or tablets that support external displays, you can set up a double monitor just like you would with your laptop. The Beam is compatible with all devices that support DisplayPort output through USB-C. This includes devices like the Nintendo Switch and Steam Deck. The USB-C cable that comes with the Beam will work with these devices. If your device supports HDMI output only, like the PS5 and Xbox, you can use an HDMI to USB-C cable, which you might need to buy separately. On these game consoles, the glasses will only mirror the screen, not extend it, but with the Beam, you can still pin that screen anywhere. So it's kinda like having a huge portable game screen that you can move around with telekinetic powers. Another feature that Beam adds is wireless streaming, which works with all devices that support DLNA, Miracast, and AirPlay. I tried it with my iPad for reading manga in bed and it works great. You can also use it with Windows by selecting Connect to a wireless display in the settings. One advantage of using it wirelessly is that you can keep charging the Beam while using it. But there are a couple of things that you might not like. Right now, using the Beam, you cannot watch copyrighted content like Netflix when you're streaming wirelessly. However, XREAL is working on supporting this. Just to be clear, you can watch copyrighted content when wired. And while adjusting the screen size and distance is a neat feature, it is somewhat limited by the glass's field of view. If you attempt to place a giant screen too close, like at 1 meter, it gets trimmed at the edges. This isn't a big deal though, as choosing a larger size and a suitable distance can still give you a big screen. Just remember, not all distances will work perfectly, but I guess that's kinda like real life. If you walk too close to your TV, you don't see everything either. And we'll just have to be patient for glasses like these to get a wider field of view. The Beam also produces a little fan noise, but it's not too bothersome unless you place it really close to your ears. There's no extra charging port on the Beam. Its built-in battery gives you about 3.5 hours of use, which might not be enough for a long trip. It doesn't charge your connected device either, so that could also run out. It does support fast charging, which means that it can charge to 50% in about 30 minutes, so at least that's pretty fast, and you could do that with a power bank. Of course, this isn't a problem when you're streaming wirelessly. Now, occasionally, the Beam might take a bit of time to recognize your device, but restarting or reconnecting usually fixes this. During my early access tests in body anchor mode, I experienced sporadic frame drops in intense scenes while playing Zelda. However, XREAL has since then addressed this issue, so if you happen to encounter frame drops in other games, you can try turning off spatial display enhancements in the settings, and I'd recommend sharing it with the XREAL team, as your feedback can help them optimize the device further. Given XREAL's good track record in developing updates, I am confident that they will continue to refine and improve this feature. And I like XREAL's software that stabilizes the virtual screens, meaning they won't shake or bounce around. I'm happy to see that this is still the case with the Beam. It also successfully connects to most devices that I use, making it very versatile. It just works, and as far as I know, it's the only video glasses allowing the pinning. I love the ability to play games in different positions. For instance, I can lie down while playing a game, which is super comfortable. I've played a ton of Zelda with this setup. I'm a bit addicted. So the Beam is available for pre-order at $109 and will start shipping at the end of July. The retail price will be $119, including a USB-C cable, and a bundle of the XREAL Air and Beam is available for $488. You can check it out using the links below. Whether it's worth buying is hard to say for me, as it really depends on what you need it for. If you love the body anchor feature, or if you want to make your setup more portable, affordable, I do think the Beam is a good choice. But remember that its software is still in its early stages, so it might take a few updates for it to reach its full potential. Speaking personally, as an XREAL AR glasses user and a gamer on both the Steam Deck and Switch, the Beam has become a must-have. Chary and I often play single-player games at the same time, and since we only have the one big TV, these glasses are an incredible convenient solution. It's especially enjoyable now that we're both super addicted to playing Zelda, one of the few games that we like so much that we bought it twice to avoid waiting turns, so in our gaming household, the Beam is certainly a winning choice. So does everyone have their own preferences? So yes, the Beam's value really boils down to what you're looking for. I hope this video helped you figure that out. If you have any remaining questions, put them down below, and for the first few days, I'll try to answer as many as possible because I'm here for you and this is a way of thanking you for supporting us by watching this video. Don't forget to give us a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you want more XR content. There's also a lot more to learn about XREAL's glasses and Beam. This video right here will give you even more info, so go check it out and XR on.